Hope if he can't hear me for any reason, just everybody wave. So I should be able, that's a sign for me normally that there is no sound. But if we just stand back a little bit and I'll tilt the camera down. If I could do that, 1 second. Great, we have, right, hopefully you can see me. You may need a chair or sofa would do great. A solid wall or a door, and we should be ready to get going. So I'm barefoot today, I'm wearing my socks. If you have same, that's great. Otherwise, shoes are fine too. So if we just stand back gently and we'll just get you to connect with your own breath and perhaps start with simple joint mobility warm-up exercises. And I'll take you through a nice dynamic full body warm-up. If we can rotate the shoulders this direction, and then we'll switch to the opposite direction in a moment. So just a good way to also connect with the body, upper body and lower body. So let's say if we can stand a little bit wider, about shoulder width apart with your feet. And just start with a nice simple hip rotations, so left to the right. So you can actually turn the foot as you do so. And slowly we can actually increase this speed if you feel comfortable. This is a good exercise to actually check and scan if the knees or hips are slightly uncomfortable. Keep breathing as normal. Let's see if we can progress this in more of a head turn as well. So turn your head with the body. Good. It's a good way to wake up the proprioceptions of the body, things like reaction, balance, which we'll do in a moment. Keep your shoulders nice and open. Keep breathing. Another 3, 2, 1, and come to more of a relaxing position. I'll give you mini breaks after a little bit of hard work. So let's just rub your hands together for me. Just get the hands, the foundation of many movements, and we have a lot of flexor muscles which respond to a lot of responsible for a lot of things like reaction, change of direction, or reaching and twisting. So let's just hold it for about 5 seconds. It's a good way to stretch these forearm muscles. So what we're going to do now, just go gentle with this one, because just the wrist can be quite vulnerable in this position. But if you just support it with your thumb, I'll just come a bit closer so you can see this. Just keep your elbow raised to a shoulder height and see if you could just pull it inwards this way. 3, 2. If it hurts, don't pull it too much. Switch the hands, please, in your own time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and shake it out. Shake it out. Good. See if you can actually get the elbows rotating also. The idea of this, just to get the blood flowing through entire body, head to toe. Good. Now, earlier we did this shoulder circle. So let's see if this works okay. If the shoulder hurts, I'll give you a slight modified version. Keep your arm nice and straight, whole arm is extended, and rotate from the shoulder. If this is challenging, go with the elbow. So pinch your t-shirt or shirt and just go in this circular motion. Let's go 5 on each direction. 3, 2, 1. And go 5. The opposite, please. Or the whole arm is fine. It's a good way to stretch out the pectorals, which are the part of the chest muscles. Good. 1 more. And we're about to change the side. So if you can either turn the other way or just simply go with the modified version with the elbow slightly bent. So in this. Good. Okay. 1 more, and change the direction of the circles to finish off. Good. It's also quite a good function to maintain with the shoulder flexibility. If you're able to touch your ears or close to the ears, like your arm biceps goes up and gets close to the head, even better. That's a sign that you have a good flexibility in your shoulders. All right. Let's look at some of the balancing exercise. So it's good. I really like to switch on and wake up the balance before we get into hard exercise or more challenging full body weight exercises. So we've been practicing the last couple of weeks this toe raises. We've talked about how important the heel to toe is when it comes to in relation to overall balance and strength of the body. You can use a chair or support, even a wall if you like. And if you perhaps stand with feet slightly apart, heels together, look down to your toes if you like. And I really want to encourage you to lift your toes, heels off the floor, so all the weight goes onto the balls of our foot, and then lower down slowly. We're going to try this 5 times. Go slowly with this one. Keep your shoulders relaxed, and then just breathe as normal. I don't really like to tell people when to breathe in or out. If the exercise requires, I will tell you when to inhale and exhale. But if you just try and breathe as normal and don't hold your breath. I'll show you from a side in a moment because we're going to change the direction of your toes, which sometimes can surprise us. So, if you could turn your toes inwards now, almost pointed big toes towards each other, and heels go apart this time. You can check the balance also. If your knees don't like it, just don't turn it too much. But if you just sort of angle your big toes towards each other and then try and use the little toes. Sometimes quite underrated part of the foot. But it's really useful for turning and actually stopping our body. Yeah, so if you could relax your big toes, sometimes big joints like to take over. So if I show you from a side, it's okay to look down. Absolutely, you can look down, but really encourage a nice posture. Look straight ahead of you, maybe even fix your eyes on a point in front of you, your computer or a phone or device above it. Come down slowly. One more. Up. If you can hold this without touching, even better. Shake your feet up. Relax, relax. Loosen up the shoulders. And let's do one more mobility exercise for the hips. Hips are the sort of granddaddy of the joints. They are the single biggest joints in the body. So what we're going to do is just stand momentarily on one leg. You can use the support with opposite hand and just go through these circular motions with the hip. Lift your knee up as much as you can and really encourage the turn from a moving hip. One more, let's go 5 on each direction, and then we're gonna, on the same leg, let's go the opposite direction, as if you're stepping, pretending that you're stepping over a fence or a tree or an object. Good. Again, keep your shoulders relaxed. One more. Nice. Relax the foot and a little shake. Let's do this on the opposite leg, just to get nice unilateral sides working. So standing, good balance on this foundation leg, and then 5 coming over. It's quite normal to hear the hips making funny noises. Don't panic. It's the big joints, so oftentimes it gets quite tight and restricted through sitting down and even just lying down. So yeah, change your direction on the opposite. Same hip. Keep breathing. See if you can actually, if you want to challenge your balance, hold your hands on your hips. Wonderful. And last one, finish out. Great, just loosen up. I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see final mobility exercises for the perhaps an area we don't really think about, especially when we exercise, is our posture and the part of the posture begins right on our head and neck muscles. So if you could take the insides of your hands, like what we were stretching earlier, the base of your palm, and just quite a firm pressure. We're going to push your head into the hand, but your hand's going to act like a resistance. Stay nice and strong for about 5 seconds. Push and hold. So you're creating this isometric pressure going in this lateral. Relax and slowly let go. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Sometimes neck muscles can tense up a little bit. Let's go with the opposite hand. Opposite side. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Push. 3, 2, 1. And switch. Now we're going to go right in the forehead. And we're going to generate the forward pressure. So right, almost, but try and lock your jaw muscles together. So ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there goes down. Take your hands. Now we're going to use both hands. Perhaps you could actually interlock your hands together when you're ready. Hands go right behind. And we're going to glide the head backwards. So think about it, rather than tilting, we're going to push the head back. Ready? 5 seconds. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let go. So, right, listen up. This is a good time to have a sip of water or a sip of tea, whatever you have in hand. And I will explain and remind next round. And next round is going to involve full body movements, which is going to encourage you to use perhaps multiple joints together. And that normally adds a complexity to the exercise. So go very careful, especially if it's a new first time or you haven't done this type of movements before. I'll demonstrate really slowly, and then I'll encourage you to watch this. If you can come a little bit closer, that would be even better. So we're going to need 1 or 2 props. The main ones we're going to need are going to be some sort of weights or load. I have cans of beans. If you're lucky enough to have some weights, dumbbells, as known as, yes, please, this is a good time to go and grab it or have it on hand. And what we're going to do, try and load certain muscle groups in the exercise, just to make movements a little bit difficult. But again, if it's too hard, you can always just do with your own body weight. So first exercise that we're going to do is going to be just with your own body weight. So I'll give you a quick demonstration. It's going to be one that raises your heart rate up. So let's see if we can just start marching for next 60 seconds. It's going to be 1 minute. So we're going to challenge your reaction time. We played this game last week. It's more of a drill. So if you can stay nice and light, if you're able to progress this more into a jog, then well. Left and right. It's one of those games that I love playing with my clients, and it's a good way to keep the brain guessing. So if I say left, try to lift your knee up and snap, almost you snap a fly between your knees, your hands. Just go easy with the knee, please. Ready? Right. I can see for your movements. Nice. Left. Come on, Roger. Looking good. Right. Great. Left. You can go a little bit faster. Ready? 20 seconds to go. Right. Right. Good. Be ready. Be ready. Left. Left. Keep jogging on the spot. Shoulders are relaxed. Right. Final for you. Left. Left. And left. Well done. Good. Good. Slowly your heart rate should be going up now. So this is where we're going to pick up these small loads, and I'm going to get you to position. Just watch this part for now. We're going to do a squatting phase, and we're going to have both knees, hips, and ankles moving together. But we are going to bring on upper body into the exercise. So we're going to add this shoulder press movement. So If you guys have your dumbbells, a small weight, perfect. Just this is the upper body movement. And then hips, lower body is going to try this. I'm going to use a chair as a sort of depth gauge so we don't end up hurting our hips or the knees. So try and load as much as you feel comfortable, okay? And when we come up at the top, we're going to finish off the movement with a shoulder press. Great. 60 seconds. Let's begin. In terms of breathing, I would encourage you to breathe in as you go down and exhale way up. Pop your hips nice and at the top, so pop and then shoulder press. Avoid leaning back here. Let's go. Again, if the hips find it difficult and knees don't like this motion, squatting motion, don't go too low. Just simply go there, pop your hips and shoulder press. Keep moving slowly. Really try and involve your heels into the exercise, not just if you're going with a full squat, really use the whole foot, not just the toes. Push your heels into the floor. 10 more seconds to go. Here we go. Finish strong. One more squatting phase, and then we pop. Great. Okay. Put the dumbbells down or the cans of beans down. And here's what we're going to do. Slightly different. Look. Elbow to the knee. Just slow. Just go through this. A good way to get the abdominal muscles to wake up. And guess what? You're also working on your balance. Again, if you're standing straight upright, it's difficult. Just hold the chair and just do it this way. Yeah. Elbow to the knee. If knee, let's get the knee really high. Get the knee up. And twist. You can add a little elbow turn. Keep going. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Switch it up. Okay, we're gonna quick demonstration of next exercise. One more exercise. We're gonna add some air punches. So we're gonna basically punch into the air while holding good full grip around the weight, please. So we're gonna either stand in almost like a squat-like position, feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to add this forward straight punches. So from the side, it looks like this. 60 seconds, ready, let's go. Speed up if we can. If the shoulder's feeling good, you can even take it up. Punch, punch, punch. Make sure you're standing in this sort of like defensive position. See if you can move down slowly with this squat if the knees are okay. Otherwise, just stay nice in this full braced position and just punch. Keep going. Keep going. Final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and put the dumbbells down. Slowly, heart rate needs to go down. I'm sure if you had a heart rate monitor, I'm sure it will be quite high. If it's not, just simply relax the shoulders. Just get the stopwatch ready for the next set of exercises. Good. Okay. I'm going to give you a demonstration and a sort of we're going to go through a few coaching points before we go into this next exercise. And it's something we've been working on the last few weeks and developing this sort of upper body shoulder strength and also stability. And oftentimes we underestimate how much movements our shoulders do and our clavicles and sort of whole posture involves when it comes to, again, involving the whole strength of the body. So what we are going to do, you can either use a sofa or a chair with this one, or you can, if you have close by, if you have a sort of frame, a strong wall, you can even use that. So we're going to create a diagonal, like almost like a position where we're going to go up, almost like a push-up like position, but on a slightly elevated surface. Lift your heels off the floor. Let's see if we can build this strength. Perhaps even we can challenge ourselves, shifting left to the right. So I'm rocking my body on top of my hand. So if we can all find a nice stable surface area, if you haven't done so yet, let's go. We're going to time this, and just perhaps as long as you can hear me, we should be okay. We might add 1 or 2 progressions. You can always keep still in this position and then breathe. Try and keep the glutes nice and strong in there. So see if we can try this. Look, lifting one knee through. So if we can, it's almost our knee comes in between the hands. If you're able to try this, well done. If it's a challenging move, just keep your feet close together and remain in this position and breathe. 20 seconds to go. Stay there strong. Keep breathing. Avoid slumping your back. Speed up with the knees. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay strong and slowly walk back and build your spine up. Good. Okay, we're going to raise the heart rate for next 30 seconds. So relax the shoulders. Let's see if we can do this, guys. Look, legs up, and see if we can do almost something you might see a rugby players or football players will do a kick. But if we need a bit of support with the balance, hold the wall and just simply kick it this way. Just a good way to open up the hamstrings, which are located at the back of the leg. Yeah. 10 kicks would be great. Known as hip swings. Switch your sides, hold the other, get ready to swing the other leg. Let's go. 1. So it's this swinging leg wants to be straight. And if you can actually touch the opposite hand, even better. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. A little sip of water while I show you a next set of exercises. And we're gonna have 2 exercises working together or put together, and then we're gonna need a wall, and we may need just a space afterwards. So I might take the screen, if you bear with me. It'll stay. You might be able to see it better through the wall. We're going to need a strong wall, solid wall, or a door. A strong door would do the trick as well. So these are called wall squats, which are great for taking off some of the pressure off the knees. So if typically this squat, like bending exercise, hurts your knees, this is quite a good way to modify the exercise. So what we're going to do is try and really connect the lower back against the wall or a door. Great, if you already got the door. So I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to slowly encourage you to go down as low as you feel comfortable. Again, lower you go down, more pressure will go into the knees. But here, probably less so, but more so in the hips. Think of this 90-degree angle in relation from the hip to the spine. Almost touching back of your head and the lower back against the wall, and hold. Sometimes my watch can be broken, but not deliberately, of course. But let's go. Hold it for another 20 seconds if we can. You can always have a break. Come out standing to the position if you need to, of course. Use the heels and the whole foot to push down to the floor or the carpet you may have. Another 5, 4, keep breathing. 3, 2. Now, when you're coming up slowly, use your hands if you like, or glide your body up slowly. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Shake the legs up and see if you could test this. This is a good test. Look, touch the back of your heels, sort of flicking the heels. Sometimes what happens, you may notice that your knee likes to come up when we do this. And that's another way your body wants to cheat a little bit, but that's normal. We like to cheat here. Face the knees down and then flick in this position, yeah? Nice. By the way, when I say cheat, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's body figures out the way to get the job done easiest way possible, and that's normal. I cheat a lot of the times when it comes to movement. So yeah, and we all do it. It's quite normal. But just reteaching certain movements. Now, next one is going to require really getting the legs, and we're going to try to train unilateral legs at a time. So think about perhaps an ice skating. Last time you might have ice skated, or a motion of ice skating. So we are quick demonstration of the exercise. Going to require, think about like a clock on the wall as well, and have a balancing support or a wall next to you so you can reach if you need to. So we're going to entirely shift the entire weight on one leg, like so. Once you feel comfortable, I want you to think about a clock. Go and tap towards like a 12 o'clock in front of you, then pull it back in. So knee always sort of absorbs. So think about almost like a shock absorption on the car. Bends there. Then we go to this side and back in. And then we go to the back. We're going to do at least 5 cycles on one direction. Are we guys ready? Okay, nobody's waving hands, so they can all hear me. That's great. So, again, if you can do this without holding anything, well done. And it's absolutely okay to hold on to something like a wall. Here, let's go. Once you repeat this 3 points, let's see if we can go around again. Pulls to the side. Do this in your own time. It's not a race, and sometimes slower we practice this movement, body has more time to respond to these movements. Yeah, keep going. One more. Okay. Now, if you can do this without support or any hold, see if you can go hands right here or even out here. 1. Final one on this leg. 2, and then 3. Imagine if we were to do this outside right now, it's really windy, it'll be even harder. So shake your legs out, and we're about to take to the opposite leg. Also be mindful, so normally body always goes to the stronger side first. So if the other side is a little uncomfortable, just don't push it too much, okay? Just stay within your comfort zone for now, especially if it's first time you're doing this exercise. And the bigger this sort of reaches, the harder it's going to be. So stick with your own ability and range of motion. Keep breathing. It's like a 3-point touch. Side, coming back in, and down, finishing off. 2 more rounds. 1, forward, side. Good. Right there. Good. 1 more. 1. Keep the shoulders relaxed and open. Well done. Nice. I see some good movements. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Add a little twist, which leads us nicely to the next exercise. This will get your heart rate up. So what we can do, 1. So we're adding slight twist, sort of tilt of the spine. So be careful when we do this. We don't want to drop the whole weight of the head. Keep the spine sort of in control, stabilize your head this way and go. Ready? See if you can do at least 30 seconds of this, either stepping or a little bit faster if you like. Otherwise, slow down. Great. Slow. Again, you can always find Balancing point. Great. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Sip of water. Good time to rehydrate. Well done. Our target has been for about 30, half a minute rest or break in between. And this recovery part is really, really important. Don't underestimate of rest in between the exercises. It's not just jumping up and down. And oftentimes, if you don't recover your body, or especially your heart rate, your focus and your sort of reaction wouldn't be as good for the next coming exercise. So if I just give you a quick demonstration, you can do this on different objects. Of course, I've chosen a chair. So if you have a chair or a sofa or even your bed next to you, this probably be a good way to sort of level to start. Okay, so I'll turn this chair this way. Do this slowly, please. Oftentimes, people don't get injured while they're training. It's when they change in motions or they hurt themselves in between the exercises. So here's the plan. What we want to do, nice and tall and from the hips, and then tilt the body, but from this whole spine. So don't just lean back with this way. Just keep everything nice and connected from the abdominals, and then if you can encourage one leg to come up. Okay, and then idea of this would be to progress this into a fully raised positions where we have abdominals supporting us in this position. All right, everybody, if you have started, well done. Let's time this. I'm gonna aim this for about 60 seconds. Find a position. When we're ready, let's go. Go into this exercise very slowly. Connect your lower back. Make sure if you feel any sort of strain or twinge in your lower back, don't go back or don't lift both legs up. If you find if this position is good, let's elevate both feet and really take all the focus onto the abdominals where they are supporting you in this position. Hands can support onto the chair. And breathe. Okay, good knees. We have 20 seconds to go. If you stay with me, even better. Now, if this is too easy, there's one final progression, which is legs straight and arms straight. But do this only if you feel strong in this position. This is like a fully V hold, full V. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Slowly, slowly. Now, you may feel a little stiff here. And that's probably not just from this exercise, but sometimes body tells you, oh, this position wasn't very comfortable. But when you practice slowly, it's best to, sometimes people tend to avoid movements completely if the area of the back is weak or sort of painful. But just do this one with me. We're going to use the breathing to stretch out the back slowly. So hands on your thighs if you're sitting, stretch your legs perhaps. Keep your feet at least hip width apart and just gently, we're going to roll down, exhaling way down. So just do this one really slowly. Don't slump forwards. Just roll down gently as far as you can, perhaps even touching your toes. And then roll yourself back up, almost building up your spine one vertebra at a time. And take a nice deep breath in. Roll your shoulders. Okay, let's go one more. This time you may actually notice you can go a bit further. Again, starting from a chin and just roll out towards your toes. Nice. And then coming back up. Rolling your shoulders a few times. Very good. Just going to face my For demonstration purposes, it might be better. So if you can try support your leg from outside and lift your foot across the knee, as if you're taking this sort of crossover position with your leg. And see if you can give yourself, using your upper body strength, to pull the knee close to your chest and just hold this. These are slightly different type of stretches. These are called static stretches. It's a good way to relax and recover the muscle. Probably not a good stretch to do at the beginning of the exercises. And you can hold it up to 20, 30 seconds at a time. But just switch the sides. Just do this once slowly again. Opposite leg goes over. See if you can wrap your elbows from outside or hands through the knee. Might be easier. And lift the knee up. You can actually bring the opposite shoulder to the knee. See how we go. So, and hold it for about 20 seconds. And slowly. Roll your shoulders 3 times, up and down, like we did at the beginning. And let's just finish off with some neck, just head tilt, almost tick-tock, but do this very slowly. Do this chin glides, which are really good exercise, especially if you ever feel tightness across the trapezius muscles or the neck. Give this a try during the day, even when you're not exercising. So we call this like a turtle. So think about the turtle pushing out the head out of the shell and then tucking it right in at the back and pausing for about 2 or 3 seconds. In. Forwards, and then gliding back. Sometimes it's quite easy to get this one mistaken to up and down like this. So it's more glide of the spine, vertebral muscles. Holding back, you might actually, when you tuck your chin in, you might actually feel your nervous system sort of runs, the flows even better through the fingers. And you might feel a tingly sensation in your vertebra. Right, everybody, we always like to stand up and finish on our feet. So if I can ask you to stand up, shake your feet around. It's a good way to. And let's actually finish off with this exercise, which I'm going to challenge you to really sort of ask your body's proprioception, which is sort of the body's ability to know where it is into a sort of unknown space. So we know exercise that we did with the toe raises, encouraging the ball of the foot. See if we can try this one with holding the balance, if you like, with your eyes closed. So that's going to be the difference. So eyes shut in your own space. And do this one slowly. If you've done this with confidence, of course, first few may feel slightly nervy or unknown. But don't worry, hold on to one hand. And I want you to try 2 without holding. Can we do that? Okay, well done. Good. Open your eyes and rub your hands together. And let's see if we can come a little bit closer to the screens. And we can say quick hellos, bit of an update, and see how things have been. And this is the opportunity where we can say quick hello and welcome.